Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 18 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We are continuing our time with the Sand team. I think I'll probably play maybe 2 more episodes with this team after today, and then I'll switch to a brand new team, just because I do need to build it and get it in game. But first of all, a bunch of you guys have been asking about like the team information. I will probably release the QR code for this team as well as a paste bin for it after I'm done with it, and maybe do a team report on it as well, so you guys can look forward to that. And yeah, we're gonna find an opponent to kick off this episode immediately. But thank you guys for watching Road to Ranked. It's been really fun. It's been like the first week for 2018. I've had a blast. So as always, if you guys enjoyed the series, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I really appreciate it. It'd be cool if we could get to like 1,000 likes. But first opponent of the day is going to be Marco, running a Chalk team of Cresselia, Heatran, Amoonguss, Landorus, Kangaskhan, you know, the exact members of Chalk with the Tapu Fini. So once again, this is a core that you should expect to see very often in this format. Nothing too surprising here. So, what do I want to lead with? Amoonguss is really annoying for my team to deal with, especially if you guys remember that episode against James Beck. And that is still the case, so Salamence is going to be important. I'm leaning towards leading Salamence Aegislash, just because Aegislash threatens Cresselia. I think I want Rotom here still, just because of its ability to Hydro Pump and wall Heatran and Landorus. For the last one, this one's kind of tricky, because I think Bulu could actually make a lot of sense here. But so could Tyranitar, like both are pretty good. I think I'm actually inclined to go with Bulu though, just because Crest can't do too much to it, Lando can't do too much to it, Amoonguss. I guess Amoonguss is now carry Sludge Bomb, right? So I'm not sure if it has Sludge Bomb or not, but if it does, that makes things a lot more annoying. Otherwise, Tyranitar could be okay just because it's Scarfed and it can hit for super effective, but I think I'm going to go with Bulu. I haven't used Bulu much either, so I want to, you know, try it out in a game where it actually makes some sense for it to come out in. So we're going to get into this one. Definitely pretty scary in general, I think, just because, I mean, anytime you go against, like, these more standard Pokemon and archetypes, like, you know that they're just going to be really strong combinations, and the thing that always makes it tricky is not knowing what items the Pokemon have. You know, like, does Heatran have the Z move, does Landorus have the Z move, what kind of Fini set is it Calm Mind, is it Specs, is it Wiki Berry? So a lot of questions to ask right from the get-go. But we see Landorus King for my opponent against Salamence Aegislash, which I would say is in my advantage. The only downside is I don't know what item that Landorus has, like I mentioned. So if it's Z-move, that could be annoying. Its Intimidate does go after, so it's not Scarfed, so that makes the possibility of it being Z-moved even higher. Okay, so let's see. Most likely, Salamence gets faked out here, and Landorus either goes for a Z-move into Aegislash or it switches out. I could just King Shield turn 1, like double protect. I think I'll do that, just because I got the initial Intimidate off. Attack Rage into King Shield won't do very much, especially with the Intimidate. So I'll play it safe. Although Kangaskhan could be scrappy, it could fake out the... Although no, King Shield would still go off first. Yeah, so then Kangaskhan would actually just decrease his attack. So I'm going to play it safe here. Now, it's always frustrating playing safe when you have the optimal lead advantage, just because I definitely have a better lead than my opponent, in the sense that Salamence threatens with Tailwind and Aegislash threatens both of my Pokemon offensively, whereas Kangaskhan doesn't do too much to either of my Pokemon right now. The only thing I'm worried about is, like I mentioned, that Landorus. But Kangaskhan and Landorus both staying in, so this is going to be interesting. I don't have to worry about Power Up Punch, which is nice. And we do actually see the Fake Out go into the Aegislash, so that's going to put Kangaskhan at -3 attack now. I'm going to guess that's Tech Rage coming out. Yeah. Nice. So, got the Z move out from my opponent's side, which is already good, but more importantly, like, now my opponent's Pokemon are both super weak, and you're definitely going to want to switch out one, if not both Pokemon, which is in my favor. So this next turn, I'm probably just going to go for some offense. Let's see how much -1 Tech Rage does to King Shield Aegislash. Still a decent amount, but obviously I'm not too worried about that. Great. I was considering switching into Rotom as well, but I want Aegislash out right now because it's really good against my opponent's team. So I'm going to Mega Evolve. I think I'm just going to Hyper Voice here, just because nothing on my opponent's team takes Hyper Voice really well other than the Heatran. You would think Kangaskhan's going to want to switch out, definitely. I mean, I would probably want to switch out both of my Pokemon right now if I'm my opponent. So I think, let's see, given that my opponent has Landorus, both Pokemon in the back for me deal well with Landorus. I'm not worried about Landorus. So I'm going to Shadow Ball the Kangaskhan slot because I think Cresselia or Heatran might be coming in. Kangaskhan switches out, which is good. So you might be thinking, oh, yeah, there's Heatran. Oh, like, why would you ever go for a Shadow Ball into Kangaskhan? Well, the answer is because I was pretty confident that slot was at least switching out. We totally could see, like, a knockoff come out right now. onto my Aegislash. That shouldn't knock me out. Landorus just protects. Okay, perfect. Great, great, great. The reason why this is great is because not only do I get a lot of damage off onto the Heatran, like Hyper Voice plus Shadow Ball definitely should bring it under 50%. I also get to switch Aegislash out next turn into Rotom-Wash and Tailwind, and that was a crit, maybe? Yeah. So that's exactly why I went for the Shadow Ball into the Kangaskhan slot, because I want to be able to exert a lot of pressure against Heatran, so that punishes the switch out really heavily, and Shadow Ball does a very nice amount. No special defense drop. If special defense drop actually could have put it in Hyper Voice KO range, but obviously I'm not going to complain about that. So now is the question, like, do I want a Tailwind or not? Because I'm actually considering Tailwinding. I think I will go for the Tailwind and switch out into Rotom-Wash. Of course, when you're playing against Aegislash, like, if you're a risky player, you could try to, go for some big plays. I'm also worried about Heatran having Hidden Power Ice, because that would be annoying, but if it doesn't, then I'm in a really good spot. Both Pokemon staying in, not protecting, I'm okay with that. So maybe just a Rock Slide Heat Wave. And Salamence actually avoids the Rock Slide, which is unfortunate for my opponent, but does chunk Rotom a little bit. And Heatran actually has the Hidden Power. Wow, I called it. Does that knock me out? It does. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. I will now bring out Tapu Bulu, yeah. So I was worried about the Hidden Power, but there wasn't too much I could have done to avoid it other than protect Salamence and bring in Rotom. And had my opponent not had Hidden Power, I'd feel like this game would be already won, given that I had Salamence. And now the concern is if my opponent did bring that Amoonguss, which very likely could be the case. So I'm actually going to take this time to set up a substitute, just because I think it's likely Landorus switches out, and maybe Heatran protects. I'm worried about Landorus, which, if my opponent does have Amoonguss, that's going to be really annoying for me, actually, just because Heatran hasn't fainted yet. But I'll just go for the Thunderbolt onto Heatran. We'll see if my opponent brought it. I think Landorus probably wants to switch out here for my opponent, though. It's just, yeah, if Amoonguss comes in, that makes my life a lot harder. So that's annoying that there was a HP Ice from the Heatran. I think maybe I actually should have scouted out for Hidden Power and protected. Landorus does switch out, so if Amoonguss is coming in right now, it's going to be annoying. And it is actually Amoonguss, so ugh. And Heatran protects, yeah. So I get sub up, but now I have to face this Heatran, which is very annoying. Although I suppose Amoonguss is kind of forced to Rage Powder, so I could at least use that to my advantage. But it's still tricky. Because if I knock out Heatran, Bulu wins me this game, really. I mean, Amoonguss is still really tricky to go up against. I wonder if a Z move would knock out Heatran. It's 4 times resist, but Grassy Terrain is up. I'm going to go for the Bloom Doom. And the... I'll Thunderbolt it. Actually, I'm not sure Thunderbolt will knock out. I'll Hydro Pump it in case Amoonguss doesn't Rage Powder, and this would guarantee the knockout. Oh, okay, so my opponent doesn't Rage Powder. So it's either going to Giga Drain Rotom or just go for a Sludge Bomb onto the Bulu. If it doesn't have Sludge Bomb, then I like my chances a lot more in this game. If it does have Sludge Bomb, this game is going to be really scary. So no Rage Powder comes out. I'm not sure if Bloom Doom knocks out the Heatran, but now I'm kind of worried because I went for Hydro Pump instead of Thunderbolt, so I couldn't miss Hydro Pump. But I actually do knock it out with Bloom Doom. Okay, cool. I got a crit there, so that might have actually mattered. But Heatran does go down. Hydro Pump does connect as well, but I think Amoonguss probably Giga Drains here. Let's see. Ooh, Spores. Okay. I'm okay with that, I think. Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. I mean, Spore is obviously going to be annoying. Basically, what I have to do is I have to keep targeting the slot next to Amoonguss down. I have one more turn of Tailwind, so Bulu is still going to be faster. I just, I don't know what item the Amoonguss has, and that's the biggest concern. I think I want to protect and switch out into Aegislash right now. Just because me being faster doesn't really matter. Yeah. I mean, could I get Spored onto Rotom? Potentially. I could also just try to wake up with Rotom here. But I think it's better to protect and switch out. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. If my opponent Spores Rotom, that'd be a really impressive call. Although I suppose if you don't have Sludge Bomb, that is what you go for. You just Spore... I would consider Giga Draining Rotom still. So the reason why I didn't want to attack here was because I didn't want, like, Kangaskhan to go for an attack, knock out my sub, and then Bulu just a Sludge Bomb. So I want to scout out if whether or not this Amoonguss actually has Sludge Bomb or not. Because if it doesn't, then I'm actually in a really good spot with Bulu. But if it does, then things are really awkward. So Bulu protects. Kangaskhan fakes out. Yep. What does Amoonguss go for? It just Energy Balls. Okay. So if it's Energy Balling, like maybe it doesn't have Spore then. And if that's the case, that'd be really good for me. Because you want Rage Powder and Protect too. So Tailwind peters out, but now I can double up onto the Kangaskhan slot, which probably doesn't have Protect. So I think I'm just going to Horn Leech and Flash Cannon. I guess Aegislash could maybe get knocked out by a Sucker Punch, but I don't think it will. Especially with the damage reduction on Kangaskhan. This is a really intense game. I think the HP Ice from my opponent really saved him. And without that, I would have been in a really solid spot for this game. But, you know, the HP Ice tech makes sense because you look at how good Salamence matches up against my opponent's team. So I'm disappointed I didn't consider it harder as an option. I was like, I mentioned it, but I was like, oh, it's not going to have it, right? But it feels like a lot of the teams we played against so far. And Kangaskhan actually does just go for the Sucker Punch. All right, does that knock me out? Nice. Okay, great. So Horn Leech plus Flash Cannon should knock out the Kangaskhan. Oh, actually, I'm not sure if it does. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think it will. I thought definitely it would because of the Grassy Terrain boost, but Kangaskhan looks like it's a little bit bulkier than I thought. I don't know. Let's see if non-boosted Flash Cannon can knock it out. Clear Smog. That's Poison type, isn't it? So it does have a Poison type attack. Does that mean it doesn't have Protect then, or does it not have Rage Powder? It's disappointing I didn't get the knockout there. That's really frustrating. But the reason why I Horn Leech was because I feared Kangaskhan going for like a return or a double edge into Bulu, knocking out my sub, and I didn't want, like, I wanted to recover basically. I'd probably Spore Aegislash and just... Would I Spore Aegislash? I'm worried about Clear Smog now as well. I think I'll Horn Leech. Clear Smog shouldn't knock me out though, at least. And I'll switch back out into Rotom. Yeah, not getting the knockout there was really big, given what my opponent ended up going for. Because had I had the knockout, you know, like Landers comes back in, with Grassy Terrain still up. Kangaskhan just double edges this time. Okay. That does so much. So now it's a question of what Amoonguss did. Did it Spore or did it just Clear Smog my Bulu? Let's see. Oh, wow. Energy Ball. He made the call to Energy Ball. That's impressive. Jeez. Still not over, though. My Aegislash will win versus Amoonguss. I get intimidated here. I think Terrain's expiring soon. Yeah. Oh, this is really close. So Landorus has Rock Slide, EQ, Protect. It's already used up its Z move. What do you do here for my opponent? Because I want to switch Bulu back out into Aegislash, which I think I'm going to go for. And just go for... I mean, obviously, Rotom has sleep turns. So, I don't know what last attack this Amoonguss has. If I'm my opponent, I definitely like my opponent's position more than mine right now. It's U-turn as the last one. Okay. Should have knocked me out. Yeah, it doesn't. So, what did Amoonguss go for? He just Energy Balls. Okay. Would a U-turn from Landorus knock me out? That's the question. Because I'm going to go back out into Bulu. God, this game is intense. Okay, so Landorus is Earthquake, Rock Slide, and U-turn. You have to Earthquake if you want to knock out my Aegislash right now. You have to. So what do you do if you're my opponent? Do you just go for a U-turn? I kind of want a King Shield Protect. Actually, no. The best way for my opponent is just to Spore the Aegislash and protect Bulu, I think. I can't stop that. I would do that if I'm my opponent. Is there any way I could stop that? No. Other than, I think doubling up onto Amoonguss might be my only play here. Shadow Ball plus Woodhammer, maybe? No, I think I'm going to go for the recovery with Horn Leech. So I would protect Landers here from my opponent. Oh, he just U-turns. Does that knock me out? The reason why that's frustrating is because I could have doubled up onto Landorus. I thought protecting it and just sporing Aegislash was such a safe play. And if I just attacked into Landorus, I guess I should have just tried to commit a Woodhammer into that slot. Special defense drop? Ooh, okay. Yeah, my opponent does Spore. This is now really crazy. But there's clear Smog, which is the main issue. I mean, can't you just Earthquake now? Earthquake and clear Smog? I think I lose, right? Regardless. I think I needed a Woodhammer Landorus there. Yeah, probably. Ah, that's frustrating. I just thought the safest play for my, or the best play for my opponent would definitely be to protect Landorus. But okay, I'm gonna King Shield here, and I'm gonna U-turn. Don't think will knock me out. So what if my opponent threw and U-turned again? Woodhammer maybe knocks out Landorus and Aegislash wins 1v1 against Amoonguss. I don't even change forms now. I forgot about that mechanic. Yeah, you just EQ. And clear Smog. Okay, well, if Woodhammer doesn't knock out the Landorus anyway, then I don't feel so bad. But if it does, then I kind of wish I just went for the Woodhammer last turn. I guess I kind of had to hope that my opponent threw there. Yeah, wow, it literally hung on with like 1 HP. Okay, so I guess it doesn't end up mattering. That was a really good game. I ended up losing, but I don't know. I can't feel too bad about that one. I think ultimately, well, the one mistake I did was not protecting Salamence the turn I Tailwinded. I should have just tried to switch in Rotom and protected Salamence, because then I get to scout out for a hidden power, and then once I know as hidden power, I'd probably play more conservatively with Salamence. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like most of the times I probably don't lose that game if, obviously if Heatran doesn't have HP Ice, but my opponent obviously teched it in specifically for Salamence, which was pretty cool to see. So well played by my opponent, definitely, and that was me just getting caught off guard by, you know, those tech moves. And I feel like it's kind of frustrating just because I feel like a fair amount of losses with this team definitely have been to those, like, one move that really kind of gets a big knockout against my team, but that's exactly why you use those moves, right? And that was pretty cool to see. So very well played by my opponent, and I think I played decently overall. I mean, maybe I should have just Woodhammered the Landers. In the end, obviously, we saw the damage roll. Probably would have come close to knocking out. It didn't that time, but I probably should have tried to hope that my opponent, like, didn't protect Landers there and would just allow me to get the knockout onto it. Because if you think about it, actually, if I doubled up into Landers, actually, in retrospect, yeah, that would have won me the game. But obviously, I was expecting Landers to protect there. But in retrospect, it's like, okay, if Landers protects and I get Spored, I lose anyway, so I kind of have to hope Landers just doesn't protect and my opponent throws the game, and that was actually a very big window for me that I didn't get to capitalize off of, which is unfortunate, but good game to my opponent. Let's talk about this next one now. So Charizard, Pheromosa, Bulu, Stada, whatever the new Ultra Beast is called, the Scrafty, and the now Ego. So, ooh, this one is very scary. There's just so many factors here. Especially the Pheromosa. That is what I'm most terrified of. I mean, my opponent could try to get Trick Room up here, but I'm not sure it's a real Trick Room team when you have such fast Pokemon like Pheromosa. I think I want to lead like Salamence, Aegislash. That seems solid. Get the Intimidate off. Definitely want Tyranitar. Probably go Rotom here. I don't know. I mean, Excadrill seems really good, actually, the more I think about it. Like, bringing Rotom over Excadrill seems questionable. I'm going to go Excadrill, yeah. Alright, this one's really scary too, just because my opponent has really fast Pokemon. I'm still not very familiar with the new Ultra Beast either, which makes things tricky, but we'll see how this plays out. Man, that last game was nuts though. Yeah, I feel like I played really well, and then the Hidden Power Ice came out, and I just lost so much momentum. And that's definitely one of the things that this team suffers from, where it's like, you get a 4-time super effective attack off, like against the Tyranitar when we played against that Sun team, and against Salamence, and the battle just turned so much over. So, Charizard, Pheromosa. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I mean, what do you do? Mega Evolve? Actually, if I'm my opponent, I'd consider not Mega Evolving. It's just like, does it have Overheat? What I want to do is switch Mence out into T-Tar and, like, go for a Shadow Ball into Pheromosa. Because if I knock out Pheromosa, then Salamence has a better time in this game. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Oh, no, but then Charizard would Mega Evolve after I switch in. That sucks. I think I'll double protect this first turn. Because my opponent's going to be faster than me anyway. So I just want to see if Charizard Mega Evolves, because if it does, then I can switch out. Alright, my opponent actually made the smart play not to Mega Evolve, so nicely done. That might mean a Tailwind coming out right now. Oh, which is annoying. Yeah, there's Ice Beam. Tailwind? Oh no, it just overheats. Huh, interesting. So it does have overheat. Surely now you Mega Evolve. Because I didn't switch out last turn. I think I might double switch here then. Yeah, I'm going to double switch. This is a pretty easy read for my opponent. You could easily high jump kick either slot, but I've got to go for it, I think. This lead is just so oppressive. And based off how I EV'd Excadrill, I'm not sure it should outspeed Pheromosa. But I'm not... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should outspeed it. It's +2. Alright, let's see. It does Mega Evolve, yeah. I think I just lose this. This is such a bad matchup for me. Yeah, there's Ice Beam. And Overheat. It just has Flamethrower too, okay. Now what do you do? High Jump Kick Tyranitar, Flamethrower, Excadrill? So maybe I double switch out again. High Jump Kick Tyranitar, Flamethrower, Excadrill. That's probably what I would do. I'm Scarf Tire, but I'm not going to outspeed Pheromosa. This is just so awful. It's like disgusting. I don't have any positioning right now. Yeah, I think I got a double switch again. My opponent can just make safe plays right now, which is the most frustrating part. Yeah, there's not really much I can do. I basically need Tyranitar and Excadrill out at the same time. With Sand up. Because if Sand is up, then Excadrill outspeeds Pheromosa, Tyranitar outspeeds Charizard. So you can see why it was such a good decision not to Mega Evolve Tur 1 to conserve the Sun. Because this game would be very different had my opponent just Mega Evolved immediately. So knowing when to Mega Evolve with Charizard is very important. Low kick and yeah, just a Flamethrower. Yeah. Does so much. And I get burned. That's fun. I think this time around I'm actually going to play kind of risky, and I'm just going to go for an attack here. I'll go for the Tailwind, yeah. Because my opponent now might overcommit and try to get fancy and predict Salamence to switch out, back out into Tyranitar and low kick that slot. And if that's the case, I would get my Tailwind up. Also, low kick was interesting instead of high jump kick. But yeah, I mean that burn doesn't help my case either. Ice Beaming is obviously the safer play, but given that I switched and made very obvious switches for a couple of turns, I'm thinking maybe my opponent lets me get this off. We'll see. But I need a King Shield here because I need Aegislash to survive. He does low kick, okay. Oh, into Aegislash too. Interesting. And I get my Tailwind off. Nice. So somehow I'm actually still in this game despite the first couple turns just being awful. And it's actually a double up in Aegislash. Wow. So that's nice. I don't remember how fast my Aegislash is. I don't even know if it outspeeds Pheromosa under Tailwind. Yeah, I don't think it does. It definitely doesn't. I mean, Pheromosa's at -3 now. I think I'll just Hyper Voice. Wait, no, I outspeed Charizard, so why am I worried about Pheromosa? Yeah. I'll just Hyper Voice and Z move now into Charizard. Okay, Charizard protects. That's kind of to be expected, but I still get damage through the protect, and then I'll get Hyper Voice off against Pheromosa as well, which is good. So I don't mind that too much. So that was, yeah, that Tailwind was really able to give me some more positioning now. So if Salamence goes down here, I get to free switch it into T-Tar. Looks like it is going down here. But now I get to switch into Tyranitar, which means I now can Scarf Rock Slide. And Scarf Tar under Tailwind should outspeed Pheromosa. Unless it's speed. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh. Now it's what? It's basically the Scarf is negated on my Tyranitar against Pheromosa. I'm pretty sure it outspeeds me. Oh, man. It's actually... I mean, I guess... Do most Pheromosas, I thought you wanted to EV it so that you get the attack or special attack boost. That is frustrating. This game has been a roller coaster of emotions. Okay. So I'm going to bring in Tyranitar now. I think Pheromosa just low kicks and Charizard switches out. That's what I would do. So that's the case. I want to switch T-Tar out into Excadrill because Pheromosa is at -3 attack. Or it's -4. I don't think a low kick should knock out Tyranitar at -4 then. And I don't want to risk it. I think it's better to switch into Excadrill probably. Is it? I mean, I could get a knockout right now until the Charizard slot, but yeah, I'm going to switch out. And what can come in right now? Is it better to Flash Cannon? Yeah, it's better to Flash Cannon. Unless Charizard actually stays in here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it stays out. Switches out. And Scrafty, okay. So Intimidate against Excadrill obviously isn't fun, but what can you do? U-turn, what? I guess I should have seen that coming. Huh. Oh, gosh, that makes it so annoying. I should have just knocked out Pheromosa when I had the chance, because Sash was obvious on it. So we saw Sam, U-turn, Ice... It probably doesn't have Protect, then. What comes back out? Charizard? I would think. Oh, it's now Ego. Okay, so we know all of my opponent's Pokemon now, which is good. Special defense drop would be nice, but nope. Okay. So I still have another turn to Tailwind. Scrafty can fake out. You can only fake out Excadrill. Or it could just knock off Aegislash. Or you could go for actually a combination of things. I think I'm going to attack with both Pokemon here. And I want to knock out Scrafty because that's the biggest threat right now. Yeah, I'm going to double up into Scrafty with an Ironhead Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon looks like a 3 AK. Okay, so we just get faked out. Could be scary depending on what now Ego goes for. Is it Trick Rooming here? No way. Oh, it's subs. Okay. I'm okay with that. So Tailwind now peters out, but Aegislash should still outspeed Scrafty. I want to just Ironhead now Ego. And Flash Cannon Scrafty. Man, I'm running out of time too. Oh, I hate this timer. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Just going to Ironhead and Flash Cannon Scrafty. If my opponent switches out into Charizard, then I can switch out into Tyranitar to get the weather back up. I still get the Scarf. Alright, both Pokemon stay in. I mean, if now Ego's just running Sludge Bomb and Power Gem, it shouldn't be able to really touch either of my Pokemon right now. Unless Scrafty's faster than Aegislash, which would be kind of nasty. It's just Power Gemming, yeah, okay. Yeah, hang on. It's Life Orb. I'm faster. Okay, so that's good. So I knocked out Scrafty, which is a huge relief just because of how well it matches up against my whole team. But I'm still not in the clear. This is a crazy game. I thought the game was definitely over right from the start, but my opponent committing super hard to that read allowed me to get back into this slightly. So we've seen Flamethrower and Overheat on Charizard. Presumably Solar Beam is the last attack. So now you definitely just predict what's the Tyranitar to come in. But My opponent can't really do too much, right? I could go for a really crazy play and just Rock Slide here with Excadrill. The reason why is because I think if you're my opponent, you might want to Power Gem and Fire-type attack to Tyranitar. So the question is, do I think Tyranitar can hang on from that? With Special Defense, I feel like it should be able to. Or with the Special Defense boost. I'm going to play it safe here. This is a very, very obvious play on my end, though. But I'm still going to go for it because... Oh, now... Wait, what? I don't get that play. Don't I win now? Let's see. I mean, the thing is now Pheromosa faints from Sand, guaranteed, and I have Sand up for the remainder of the game. Charizard shouldn't have Tailwind if it has Flamethrower and over... Maybe it has Tailwind over... Nope, it just Flamethrowers. Okay. No burn, no burn, no burn, no burn, no burn. Okay. I don't get the Pheromosa switch, and I feel like if you're my opponent, I would definitely Power Gem, but maybe I haven't seen something. But now I can just Iron Head and Rock Slide. And I don't see how... I mean, of course I lose if I miss Rock Slide. So maybe I want to double Rock Slide instead. I'm actually contemplating double Rock Sliding here. Just because now Ego shouldn't be able to knock either of my Pokemon out, and I just need to knock out Charizard to win. Yeah, I'm actually going to double Rock Slide. I could flinch now, Ego obviously as well. Oh, my opponent just forfeits. What? That was a ridiculous game. This episode was crazy. So the first game, obviously I was kind of sad about because I feel like I played pretty well overall, but then the HP Ice came out, and then... yeah, I had nothing for a Moongus, and then I didn't make a big play when I really needed to knock out the Landers in the end game there. And then this game was absolutely crazy as well. Like, the reason why it was such an awkward matchup was because Pheromosa outspeeds everything, and Charizard checks everything like gives Pheromosa problems. So I needed to get Tyranitar and Excadrill out at the same time. The fact I was able to set up a Tailwind there with Salamence was huge. So, like I said, you know, I was like, okay, my opponents see me switch so constantly, like I'm just going to try to go for a big play, hope it works out, and that ended up being the case. So that was kind of a ridiculous game, but a really fun one. And this episode overall was really good, I thought, in terms of game quality. I think both games are really good. I just think that last one for my opponent, you definitely just try to knock out the Tyranitar switching because it's so obvious. And I could have attacked there with Excadrill, but I really didn't want to take the risk in case my opponent read me super hard, like how he was really reading me earlier on in the game. So, yeah, that was a really fun one. We do split it 1-1, but I can't be too sad about the loss. And overall, I think the quality of the games are really good. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. As always, if you did, please show your support by leaving a like. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.